Scaling e-commerce brands globally is the modern-day gold rush. Every Amazon guru will tell you the path to $1 million is picking a winning product, running PPC and scaling ads. In 2026, the path is broken. I'm Daniel, founder of Amazon Way. We build global marketplace expansion systems for D2C and e-commerce brands, with some going from absolute zero to 1.5 million in revenue. The honest truth is most of the advice on YouTube about scaling on Amazon is 3 years out of date and only follows the same old broken path that everyone else is trying to follow. The game changed. If you're still running the old playbook, you're falling behind. If you're already selling on Amazon, you already have the products, traffic, PPC is running. What you don't have is a system that makes all of it compound into $1 million and beyond. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 5 bottlenecks that separate the brands that are stuck in their local market from the ones that are across 1 million globally. Not how to start, how to scale. I will be covering why your existing listings are invisible to AI, how to rebuild the right 20% of your catalog without rebuilding everything, how to read the data you already have, how to escape the PPC treadmill that's eating your margins, how to build a repeatable global expansion system. Literally, the 5 bottlenecks. Fix them and your existing revenue compounds. Ignore them and you stay stuck. Before we get into it, one thing. If you're already selling on Amazon and you've been thinking about expanding into new markets but don't know where to start, the first link in the description is a free audit. My team will look at your current setup and tell you exactly which of these 5 bottlenecks is costing you the most right now. No pitch, just a real look at your brand from the team who is specialized in scaling on international markets. Okay, let's get into it. Why the old path is broken? Before I walk you through the 5 bottlenecks, you need to understand what actually changed in 2026. If you don't get this part, none of the rest will make sense. Amazon used to work on keyword matching. You typed running shoes, Amazon showed you listings with running shoes in the title. The algorithm was called A9 and every seller optimized the same way. Stuff the title, stuff the bullets, stuff the backend. Whoever stuffed the best won. That game is over. In 2026, Amazon runs on 2 new systems. Cosmo, which is Amazon's knowledge graph, and Rufus, Amazon's AI shopping assistant. Together, they don't match keywords anymore. They understand intent. Amazon has publicly reported that Rufus-assisted shopping sessions convert at over 3 times the rate of regular searches, and they already generating billions in incremental sales on the platform. At the same time, industry data shows that clicks on traditional search results are dropping sharply because buyers are increasingly asking AI for product recommendations instead of scrolling through pages. So the brands winning in 2026 aren't those ones with the biggest ad budgets. They are the ones AI trusts enough to recommend. Now that you understand what changed, let's get into the 5 bottlenecks. Bottleneck 1. Your existing listings are invisible to AI. Here is the uncomfortable truth for most scaling brands. Your listings rank fine on Amazon. They probably rank fine on Google. But when a buyer asks Rufus or ChatGPT for a product recommendation in your category, your brand doesn't come up. This is the single biggest blind spot I see with scaling brands. You are measuring traffic, you are measuring conversion, but you are not measuring whether AI is recommending you, because until recently nobody had a way to check. Here is why this matters. AI doesn't just read your listing the way a human does. It pulls from multiple sources: your Amazon listing, your reviews, your Q&A section, Reddit threads that mention your product, articles that reference your brand, Wikipedia entries in your category. When all those sources tell a consistent story about who your product is for and what it does, AI recommends you. When they are inconsistent or thin, AI skips you. Most scaling brands have never audited this. They don't know which queries their brand shows up for in AI responses and which ones they are losing silently. So, bottleneck 1. You can't fix what you don't measure. Before anything else, find out where your brand stands in AI-driven product discovery. And once you know, you can move to bottleneck 2. You're trying to rebuild everything instead of the right 20%. When brands realize their listings need to be rewritten for AI, the first instinct is to redo everything. Every SKU, every bullet, every image, every backend field. Don't. For most scaling brands, 20% of your catalog drives 80% of your revenue. Start there. Rebuild the top 20% using what's called the AIO framework. AI optimization. Then decide whether the rest of your catalog is worth the same treatment or whether it's better to discontinue the long tail and focus. Here's what AIO looks like in the practice. Old title, desk lamp black. New title, adjustable brass desk lamp with eye comfort, lightening for late night work. The second version tells AI exactly who this is for and when would they use it. That's the kind of listing AI recommends. Same structure for your bullets. Old way was future damps, leak-proof cap, stainless steel, dishwasher safe. New way follows a clear pattern. Benefit, future proof, use case. Prevents spills with our leak-proof cap, tested by 500 hikers. Ideal for rugged travel. Now AI knows exactly who this product is for and can confidently recommend it when someone asks for it. Do this across your top 20% of SKUs. That's where the leverage is. Trying to rebuild 200 listings at once is how brands waste 6 months and still end up invisible. So, the bottleneck 2, focus the rebuild on the product that actually move your revenue. Once those listings are set up right, the next bottleneck is about making them pay off. Bottleneck 3. You are sitting on growth data you never look at. Most scaling brands have years of advertising data, search term reports, and customer reviews sitting in their Amazon account. Almost none of them read it properly. Here's what I mean. Your search term report shows you exactly what buyers typed before clicking on your ad. Not just keywords, but word combination, phrases, the way real people describe what they are looking for. Most sellers look at the top level metrics, spend, sales, acres, and call it a day. The brands scaling past $1 million go deeper. They group those search terms into patterns. They look at which specific phrases convert at 3 times the average and which one drain budget with no return. They notice that buyers searching for travel convert completely differently than buyers searching for everyday use, even the product is the same. Then they adjust their listing, their creative, and their ad strategy to match. This is called N-gram analysis. The name sounds technical. The idea is simple. Your buyers have been telling you exactly what they want for months. You just haven't been listening. Some with reviews and returns. If 15% of your returns say smaller than expected, then that's not a product problem. That's a listing problem. Your photos or your copy are setting the wrong expectation. Fix the listing and your return rate drops, which lifts your margin, which funds more growth. The data is already there. Most scaling brands leave the answers sitting in reports they never open. So, Bottleneck 3, stop running ads and start reading ads. The answers to your next phase of growth are already in your account. Bottleneck 4. You are trapped on the PPC treadmill. Industry data shows Amazon PPC costs have risen sharply in 2026. If you are feeling it, you are not imagining it, and if you don't have a system, you will keep paying more for the same results until your margin disappears. Here's the mindset shift. Most sellers obsess over ACoS, advertising cost of sale. ACoS tell you if one campaign is profitable. That's a tactical metric. The brand's escaping the treadmill track. TACoS, total advertising cost of sale. TACoS tells you if your entire brand is building momentum. Specifically, if your TACoS is dropping over time, that means your organic sales are growing faster than your ad spend, which means your ads are paying you back in free traffic. That's the flywheel. If your TACoS is flat or rising, you are paying for every sale forever, and you will never escape. The structural fix is to think of your ads in 5 buckets. Each bucket has a different job. Bucket 1 defends profit on the terms you already know convert. These are your proven winners, you protect them. Bucket 2 goes after competitors with weak listings, poor ratings, high prices, bad photos. You show up on their product pages and offer the better option. Bucket 3 tests new keywords and new markets. This is your discovery budget. Not every test wins, but the ones that do become bucket 1 over time. Bucket 4 captures buyers who are ready to purchase right now, using Amazon's audience targeting to bid higher on shoppers with recent category search history. Bucket 5 owns the top of search for your brand name. Premium placement for premium visibility. Each bucket has a different job, a different budget, a different goal. Mix them together and nothing works. Keep them separate and measure the whole system by TACoS, not individual campaigns. So, Bottleneck 4 escaped the treadmill by structuring ads in buckets and judging the system as a whole. Once this is running in one market, you are ready for the last bottleneck, and this is where most brands get it completely wrong. And by the way, before we talk about expanding from one of market experiments to global expansion, I know many brands that have been thinking about expanding into new markets but don't know where to start. They never take the first step. So if that's you, the first link in the description is for you. This is a free audit where we look at your current setup and tell you exactly where to start. The spots every month are limited, so hurry up. Bottleneck 5. You are running one of market experiments instead of repeatable system. Every Amazon seller eventually decides to go global, and most of them do it the same wrong way. Option 1, they turn on FBA export. Ship from the US, Amazon handles the rest, free global expansion. It sounds great. It barely works. When a buyer in Germany sees your product, they are comparing it to listings that ship in 2 days within local Prime. Yours ships in 10 days from the US. You lose every time. Option 2, they pick a new market, figure it out from scratch, spend 6 months learning the quirks, they try a second market and start over from zero. That's not expansion. That's a series of isolated experiments. Real global expansion is a system. You build the playbook, once. Then you applied it to each new market with local adjustments. The playbook includes shipping inventory into each market locally, so you get 2-day prime and rank in local search. Setting up VAT and compliance in each country correctly the first time. Localizing listing properly, because translation is not localization. German buyers, UK buyers, French buyers have different purchase behaviors, different price expectations, and different competition. A phrase that converts in the US might fall flat in Germany because German buyers expect different proof points at the same price. You build this system once. Then the second market takes half the time. The third takes less. By your fourth market, you have a repeatable expansion engine instead of a series of painful experiments. This is what we do with our clients at Amazon Way. It's also what most scaling brands try to figure out on their own and burn 12 to 18 months in the process. Now I want to be straight with you. What I just walked you through is the framework. It's maybe 10% of the actual work. Every one of those 5 bottlenecks has a stack underneath. Bottleneck 1 alone, auditing AI visibility, requires a way to test dozens of purchase queries across multiple AI platforms. See where your brand shows up and understand why. If you are a founder watching this or running growth for an e-commerce brand, you know what I'm describing. This isn't a weekend project. It's a full operational build. You can absolutely do this yourself. A lot of brands try. And what we see over and over is the same outcome. 12 months in, they spent 6 figures testing things that didn't work. Their team is burned out and they've lost the timing advantage they had when they started. Meanwhile, the competitor who moved faster and got the system right now is now the one AI is recommending on their category. Once that happens, the gap compounds. You don't catch up, you get replaced. If any of that sounds like where you are or where you are about to be, the first link in the description is free discovery call. You will get on a call with me or my team. We will audit your current setup and you will walk away with a clear picture of where to start and how to implement this. What's working, what's bleeding budget, and where your global expansion opportunity actually is. No pitch unless you are genuinely a fit. Link is in the description. I will see you on a call, and in the meantime, between getting on the call with me and my team, I recommend you to watch my next video.